I mean, we even created a district, which is unheard of it nowadays. We created our own neighborhood.
Well, so Tampa is fairly crowded. I mean, in Hillsborough County down there, it's pretty crowded. Up here in Pasco County, I mean, is there ever, like, do you guys ever think you might branch out to kind of come out here and do some sort of, like, we have a couple things out here. I mean, the whole Wiregrass section in Wesley Chapel is like a sort of a mixed use. Avalon is more of a mixed residential, commercial stuff. There's all sorts of that stuff going on. What's next for you guys? Is it expanding out to Pasco or Manatee or some other counties in the surrounding area?
I can definitely say our master developer at the Brownlee Company is absolutely looking at other areas of interest, especially in the Florida neighborhoods, because they do feel that Florida is growing. It's the prime opportunity for real estate. I wouldn't say that necessarily they're just sticking with Hillsborough County. They are looking all over. There's nothing that says they have to stick with Tampa or even Pinellas County.
Right.
They've had definitely interest in other counties. I can't really go into the details,
Yeah,
but they definitely are not just solely sticking to Hillsborough County. And I appreciate that. As a Florida girl, I want to see everyone get a little taste of what we can do.
Well, listen, we don't have to talk about it on this public podcast, but after we get off, just give me a tip on to where you guys are looking at, and I'll just try to buy some surrounding properties just to make sure I'm kind of in the know. So I've actually had this conversation with multiple real estate people on this podcast talking a little bit about this, but it's sort of crazy. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like Dallas, Fort Worth, and that like Metroplex area. It is so massively huge and so spread out. It's literally like two giant cities that have kind of melted together. And I spent a lot of time as an adult living in Atlanta, and Atlanta is like Dallas, but on a smaller level. Like there's Atlanta has, you know, the perimeter, inside and outside the perimeter, but Dallas has it like double. It's like twins.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made this conversation with several real estate people because of the way Central Florida is. You have like Tampa here on the west side of, you know, the state, Ocala kind of up in the middle of the state, and Orlando in the center of the state. I almost feel like being in Pasco County and watching the way the development has kind of branched out there, and Orlando is always branching out. I almost feel like in 50 years from now, it's almost going to be like just Central Florida. Central Florida is the Tampa, Ocala, Orlando, you know, mix or whatever you want to call it. It's the development of the property is just now. There's still vast land. There's still a low water table.